Welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about to start today's presentation. There's a timer that will go off for about 60 seconds. We're live streaming on YouTube and we're also live streaming here in the Zoom room with a brand new presentation for Neumi, the very first time we presented it. So get strapped in, invite anybody you want to get in. 60 seconds from now, we will get started. Alrighty, welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting today's live stream of the brand new opportunity overview for Neumi. What I'd love to see is where people are logging in from. I'm joining you from the beautiful Sunshine Coast in Australia. For those who don't know me, Michael Firth, founding field advisory board member who helped start the company and one of the crowns. And it's my pleasure to be your presenter today. In fact, I'm really excited with what the marketing department have come up with this brand new presentation. I think you're going to be blown away. It really does an exceptional job of explaining what we have in our hands. Now, by the way, if you don't speak fluent English, if you go to the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that there is actually captions, closed captions, which you can choose to turn on, in which case you'll be able to listen in different languages. Someone's just asked if I'm speaking Indonesian. No, I am speaking in English, right? And so you can set your scene on the other end, which is totally fine. And I can see people are logged in from Indonesia, from Perth. What about the rest of you? New Zealand? Type in the chat where you are logging in from, because if you don't know, Neumi is actually in many different countries. In fact, 72 different countries, about to be 74 countries, as we're about to open up Japan and Thailand. Japan will be the 1st of December, and Thailand is likely to be about January, which is exciting. And of course, we already have people getting started in all of those different languages. So let me just connect to English. Very good. And we'll get today underway. So my background, just so when I present, I find if I'm watching someone presenting, I'm like, how do they qualify to talk on the topic? What's their background? So just a bit of background for all of you before we get started. Essentially, my background was I was a national sales coach in the Australian mortgage market for many years. And about 17 years ago, someone came to me with a home business breakthrough with a product in the area of glutathione. If you don't know what that is, you will later on. And I got started with that company because I was looking for a way out, because I found myself working through the corporate world, got to the top, had a great job, loved my job with a passion, but of course I had no time, and my daughter and son were saying, we hardly see you. So I was looking for a way out. I got started with that company. No ridiculous projections, no Ferraris, Lamborghinis, helicopters, none of that. Just I had the same sort of income that I had in corporate, but I was working 20% of the time. So I was sold on the industry. What's the relevance to Neumi? Well, the founder of that company was Stephen K. Scott. And if you know Steve, he was behind the Total Gym with billions in sales. And of course, Steve is also the founder of Neumi. In fact, Steve reached out to me about 7 years ago and said, I'm looking for investors for a brand new breakthrough. And I helped him find the number one investor for this company to get it all started. And the rest is history. It's been a wild ride ever since. So let's get into it. Welcome to today's presentation. So firstly, who is Neumi? Well, proud to say Neumi are the trailblazers, the innovators, dedicated to revolutionizing health and wellness through our cutting-edge technology, which is called Hydrostat Molecular Encapsulation Delivery System. Now, you're going to hear me talk about Hydrostat a lot today, and that's because it's something we invented, we created, we own exclusively. You won't find it anywhere else, and no one has anything remotely like as powerful as what you're about to hear about. So let's kick off with the problem. The problem facing the world these days is poor absorption rates. We all take lots and lots of different nutrition that goes down the toilet mostly. So studies have shown that 90% of oral supplements are not fully absorbed by the body. This means that only a fraction of the nutrients actually get to the cells where they're needed. Now, we have solved that problem completely with this brand new breakthrough called Hydrostat, transforming health and wellness with breakthrough science. So our proprietary production process, Hydrostat, sets us apart, delivering high quality products proven ingredients that are already proven, but make them way more powerful and way more potent in what you're about to hear today. So there are three things that make us unique. The very first one is cell size. Put it in perspective. If you take a human hair is 80 to 100,000 nanometers. Why do you need to know that? Because when you're looking at that, I can then talk about our ingredients. Neumi's molecular ingredients are between 10 and 100 millimicrons or nanometers. Okay. So if you are looking at other products in the market, generally, there are liposomals, there's all sorts of different nanotechnologies out there, but don't be confused because most, if not all, liposomals get down to a maximum size of maybe 200 nanometers or 60 nanometers in the lowest. Now, you need to be under 30 nanometers to penetrate the blood-brain barrier. They are not, we are. You need to be under 10 nanometers to absorb into human cell. They are not, we are. So you can't compare this to any other products because they don't access the cells in the same way. The second thing that makes us totally unique, which is illustrated by this diagram on the right, is that our cells only absorb the section of a molecule that it can touch. So when you take nutrition and it touches a cell, as you can see there, we change that by nanosizing and we get 200 times greater surface contact, which makes a massive difference to absorption. The third thing that makes us unique is the delivery method itself, where we wrap our ingredients in water clusters, ultra purified water molecules. Now, other products like liposomals or lipids, as I said, they use fats. Now, fats can attract toxins, whereas with ours, we use ultra purified water that is purer than a hospital IV. And of course, you can swish the product in your mouth, and before you even swallow, it is actually into your bloodstream. And we don't have to worry about the toxicity that lipids could create. So just recapping, there are three things that make us totally unique and no one has anything remotely like it. So that's why you can't compare. Someone said to me the other day, how do I compare this product with how many milligrams of an ingredient to yours? I said, you can't. It's like trying to compare a roller skate to a Ferrari. It's impossible. There is no mathematical calculation. We get absorption. Most products go down the toilet. That's the end of the story. So now that we're able to get product into the cells, let's talk about one ingredient called glutathione. I mentioned that I got involved in the glutathione nutrition space 17 years ago. Well, let me give you a quick science lesson on one ingredient before we get into our products. So glutathione is the master antioxidant of your cells. It's the key to life, health, performance, protection of your cells, longevity of every human cell. Now, glutathione is also very unique in that it recycles itself as an antioxidant, but it also recycles other antioxidants in the body like vitamin C and D. If you look into PubMed, the World Scientific Study website of peer-reviewed studies, you'll see there is 188,000 peer-reviewed studies on glutathione compared with vitamin C that we take for granted with only 78,000. Now, this shows you it is the most studied molecule in the world, even more than vitamin D. So why haven't you heard about it? Well, one of the reasons is exactly what this person says here. This is what the doctors say. Dr. Oz, very well known worldwide, says the most powerful antioxidant you've probably never heard of. It's one of the keys to fighting off diseases you fear the most, and it's called glutathione. Now, Dr. David Katz from the Yale University's Prevention Research Center says this. If you're chronically run down, if you're chronically fatigued, if your body's not firing on all cylinders, low glutathione is probably the part of it, or maybe the cause and the effect. So as you age, glutathione will drop. On the right, you can see the screen with the dark blue line shows glutathione dropping from 10 to 12% per decade from about 20. You can see oxidative stress, the other line coming up. And they say oxidative stress is the silent killer. So your glutathione levels decrease the longer you are alive. In fact, continuous attacks on your cells, invasion of toxins, heavy metals, exposure to radiation, free radicals, all these things deplete them even more. In fact, if you have glutathione levels reducing even faster, probably because you've had trauma on the cells, like injuries, infections, and diseases. So with that in mind, what are the benefits of glutathione? Well, effectively, higher levels of glutathione are affiliated with an extensive number of health benefits. Let's talk about the downsides. How do you know if you've got low glutathione levels? Well, have you ever experienced any of these? A weakened immune system, physical and mental fatigue, muscle weakness and aches, inflammation, premature aging and disease, dull and dry skin, grey hair, balding, brain fog, headaches, digestive issues, allergies, weight gain. All these things are signs of depleted glutathione. What are signs of boosted glutathione? Boosted immune function, sustained mental and physical energy, optimal athletic performance. You're going to see some examples of that in testimonials in a minute. Balanced inflammation, delayed aging and disease, healthy, radiant skin, decreased graying and balding hair, balanced digestion, reduced allergic reactions, and weight management. So all signs lead to better health. Is the foundations of health having optimal levels of glutathione. Having said that, let's now look at our hydrostat breakthrough product breakdown. The first thing I want to say is our products are not designed to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. In fact, no nutrition company on the planet can affiliate their name of a nutrition product with any disease, but we don't need to. It's just going to show you how your body does a better job with our products. So let's talk about the problem. The problem is glutathione decreases with age and environmental situations, leaving no practical way to get it into cells. Now, I said I've been in the glutathione world for 17 years. What options have you got? Intravenous glutathione, a few $100s an injection, lasts a few days, that's it. Great, but expensive and not very long lasting. Precursors to glutathione, some great products in the market. They're all double the price of what I'm going to show you. So if you're rich, go for it. But there's a better way of doing things. Not only that, if you have any gut issues, the precursors do not work as well on people with gut issues. So it's hit and miss. Liposomals, old technology these days in nanotechnology, but again, they attract fats and toxins like we said. So there is options, but not great ones. We solved the problem with our hydrostat with this brand new product called NutraSwish. So using that process we covered at the start, we bring in glutathione, but not just glutathione. We bring in cysteine, which is a building block of glutathione to give your body more glutathione to develop itself, plus other ingredients that help glutathione do its job better, curcumin, vitamin C, etc. So you literally just swish it in the mouth for 30 seconds. It's as simple as this. This product's not hard. Take off the lid, fill up a little cap, and then swish it like a mouthwash for about 30 seconds or more. You can repeat the process if you like. One bottle has 60 capsules in it, which is for 30 days for the average everyday individual. Then what do you get from it? Immune system boost, joint support, clean and sustained energy, and rapid recovery. What's another problem? Let's talk about skincare. Skincare rarely gets past the first layer of the skin, resulting in the need for many products, complex situations, 5 steps with your skincare, expensive, ineffective products, and harmful ingredients. Now, a friend of mine's a skincare educator in Australia training beauty therapists, and she says 0.03% of most products gets past the first layer of the skin. We solve that problem. With the nanotechnology of hydrostat, we take glutathione, but we also take hyaluronic acid, which plumps the skin with moisture, curcumin, which is a great antiviral, and collagen, which is like springs in your mattress, keeping your skin taut. And we have them absorb past the first layer of the skin like no other product can do because of the particle size in hydrostat. That creates a reduction in pore size, smooths the skin texture, lifts and firms the skin, brightens an even skin tone, and reduces fine lines and wrinkles. And of course, fights skin aging pollutants as well. What's another problem? Let's talk about energy drinks. I am horrified how many young kids I see drinking energy drinks in the morning when they wake up. There are so many toxins in those things. It is actually scary. So what do? We took healthy ingredients that are proven to be good for the brain, but we nanosized them using the same hydrostat process to make them absorb in a cell like never before, making them more potent. So arginine, magnesium gluconate, L-theanine, caffeine, and other ingredients. And the benefits are enhanced memory, improved mood, increased focus, rapid energy, and a heightened cognitive performance. In fact, this product is actually endorsed by the American Brain Council because they're getting fantastic results with people who have some memory issues. Let's talk about another problem. I was talking to my wife about this yesterday because she bought us a beautiful travel bottle, which was BPA free. There is a lot of environmental disruptors that are impacting women's health. BPA is one of them. Another one is, surprising ladies, if you are eating, I've forgotten the name of it now, soy. Soy can impact your estrogen levels, right? Who knew? So we've eliminated that problem again by using the same proven botanical ingredients, but we've absorbed them into the cells in a way never been done before. We had a double blind placebo-controlled test on this product that showed that women had alleviation of bloating, cramps, and elimination of PMS symptoms in a lot of cases, supporting a healthy hormone function, eliminating in a lot of cases hot flashes and night sweats for ladies, and of course enhanced mood and overall well-being as well. So let's show some real examples of all these products and the results in various age groups all around the world. Lachlan from Melbourne, I know him well. That's my son, right? 24-year-old powerlifting athlete, personal trainer, gym manager. So proud of him. Well, guess what? 3 weeks into using the product in his latest experiment, training recovery was amazing, coming into each session, no soreness from the previous week, hitting personal bests from his months out from the competition. Week 4, boom. He actually hit a personal best of 270 kilograms for deadlifts. Great, loving the product. Now, I can tell you another story. Bill Gillespie, in his 50s, was breaking world records. In his 60s, he busted all the records using this product as well and set brand new records as a 60-year-old, lifting more than the 50-year-olds did. Amazing. Let's talk about the women's product. This is Danae. Danae is 34 years old, homeschooling mother of 3 out of Louisiana. She said as soon as she used NutraSwish, day one found great energy, but check this out. She used the HERS product and her mood swings, bloating, breast tenderness, all PMS symptoms disappeared. Boom. Who wouldn't want that? Let's talk about some older people. I say this, I love this guy. He's not old, but 58. Greg in New Zealand. Greg has been a competitive mountain bike racer his whole adult life, and in his 20s he would go and do half-day events, then he was done. He said, I'm out of energy. At 58, using this product, he's actually found that he now has energy to spare and can do multiple days of riding and doesn't have any issues with muscle soreness and recovery and has great mental clarity. Boom. What about the brain product? Well, this is Jean from Hawaii, 55-year-old, and she says, I love this testimonial. Wow, Neuro is a noticeable cognitive focus, clarity, memory, and energy boosting, get a ton of stuff done swish that I'll never do a day without. Anyone who knows me, so I have a severe attention span memory deficit. I can relate to that. And she says when I use this, it's gone, and NutraSwish is on top of that. Let's go back again. This is Keith. Keith is 61-year-old. It says a rock star. That's because I see him as a rock star. He's actually a networker. I need to correct that line. After suffering a year with discomfort in his neck and shoulder from an injury, 48 hours after using NutraSwish, he woke, realizing he'd slept all night, not long, and that was the first time for ages. Eventually, he was completely without discomfort and able to get back to his exercise routine again and stronger than ever. Let's give you some before and afters on this amazing Neumi skin product. This is Elaine from South Australia. She is a client of the lady who's the expert I said in skin, who said 0.03% of products absorbed to pass the last layer of the skin. Now, Elaine swears she did not lose any weight, but you can see the tightness in her neck. What happened is the collagen tightened the skin up, right? You can see the difference in the brightness of the skin, the fine lines, the wrinkles, all that. She was over the moon after 4 weeks. Yes, she had her eyebrows done and all that, but look at the rest. I love this example because we have some people online right now. Jonathan from Indonesia. This is Linda from Ambon. And I saw the before and after photographs and I was like, wow, that is awesome. 17 days. She said her skin was quite dull and rough before, and you don't have to be, you could be half blind and you can see the difference in her skin. She also reported feeling stronger and more enthusiastic and slept much deeper using NutraSwish as well. Now, this shows you all skin types. This lady's from Nigeria in her 80s, 3 to 4 times a week for 4 weeks. Look at the results. Her skin tone is more even. So all skin types. And I love this one because everyone wants to get rid of a turkey neck. Donna in Texas was overjoyed after 8 weeks. You can see the visible difference there. It's amazing, looking like she's aging backwards. And the very last one, I want to just give you a drum roll. I said I helped Steve find the investors for this breakthrough 7 years ago. So about 6 years ago, in our first tests of the product, this beautiful friend of mine was able to test the product. This is 6 years of using Neumi. Oh my God, check it out. She looks like a younger sister. She's in her 60s now. It's just phenomenal. So if you want to see more of these, there's one place to go on the internet. Go to Facebook, go to Neumi New You. It's the only company official run page. Everything else is for specific teams, only for their teams. This is the official company run. You'll see heaps of before and after photographs, interviews. Go there now, click it, but you need to answer some questions and agree to the group rules to get in. It'll say who invited you. You can say Michael Firth because I was on the call, and then click agree to group rules and you're in. Let's talk about our vision. How did this all come about? I mentioned my beautiful friend Steve Scott, and here he is now. So Steve spent his whole life searching for breakthrough products and purchasing the rights for those products and doing them on TV. He became one of the most influential people in direct response television. In fact, he sold about $4 billion doing that. You probably remember the Total Gym with Christy Brinkley and Chuck Norris. It was just one of the successes. Now, he went into retirement, unfortunately, and then he found the biggest breakthrough of his entire life. And that's when he said, hey, I'm looking for some investors. And that was nearly 7 years ago. And boom, 3 years ago, we launched Neumi, and here we are today. And I'll talk about how big we are. But we brought on, a few days after we launched, we brought on the CEO and president, and that's Aaron Rennett. He took another company in 13 years to 47 countries. He's taken us in 3 years to 74 countries. Unbelievable, because we're so field driven. If you want to validate our products, why would some of the best scientists and doctors in the world choose us exclusively? If you go to neumi.com and you type in medical advisory board, you will see the biggest array of a medical advisory board that are all volunteers who don't get paid 1 cent, who are telling us this is the best delivery system for nutrition they've ever seen. Okay, so check that out. And then now let's talk about execution. We could have gone into infomercials because Steve was an infomercial giant, but he said all that money gets wasted on advertising. Instead, we chose to go into the home-based business industry with a field-led approach. Statistics for you to note. During COVID, that in some ways was a massive negativity around the world, but positive for this industry because the industry started to rocket up because people were looking for more security and no longer trusted they had a secure job. During the same period, we went to 72, now 74 countries with over 200,000 members, and we are the talk of the town. Okay. So field-driven philosophy, revolutionary free tools, I'll show you, and free membership perks. Just one as an example. Some companies sell you travel platforms for about $1,000 a year to get about 70% off your travel. We give you that for free, and we never, ever charge membership fees as well. So the opportunity I'm about to show you, which is very quick at the end of this, I want to say you're either looking at it going, you know what? I just want to get my money back, Michael. If I could get my product for free, great. Recommend a couple of friends, boom, done. Or maybe you want a residual income. You want a side gig, something that can pay you some money because these days you need more than one income in a household, sometimes 3 to survive. Or maybe like me, you want to build a legacy asset. Now, I didn't say this at the start, but I'll tell you now. Something happened to me just before Neumi was discovered, and that's why I got screwed over by some people who were very unscrupulous in business, and I lost absolutely everything. So when Stevie said he needed investors, I didn't have a cent to put in. But I helped him find the investors, and I got started with Neumi, and after just 12 months, in my case, this is not an income claim, but in my case, I was able to earn more money than I've ever earned at the top of the corporate world after just 12 months using this business model. Came back from driving an Uber, losing everything, to the pinnacle of success in this business. And it's not about me, it's because we have a very simple system. So as I go through this income now, I'm going to say earnings are based on individual effort, commitment, sales skills, market conditions, and everyone will vary, just so we're clear. It's not a job. Let's talk about compensation. We pay 53 cents in every dollar to the field. What is that big? Well, the average company says they pay 50% of the BV. That translates to 27 cents in the dollar, maybe 38 cents in the dollar on the top end. So we're way ahead of every single company in the industry when it comes to that. In the weekly commissions, we pay up to 43%. How does it work? Anyone you introduce, and this is an industry term, sponsor, anyone you sponsor or introduce yourself, you'll earn 25%. So if they buy $100, you'll get $25. If they go an auto ship, you'll get $25 every time. If they buy a $1,000 pack, you'll get $250. But the real scope is, who do they know that you don't know? So you can earn another generational bonus of 6 more levels with 3% each. So from those people that know people you don't know. That's just the weekly commissions, very lucrative. Let's talk about the monthly commissions. We have a roadmap, which is not a permanent commission you should focus on. It is the getting started, get the plane off the ground commission, which is a structure, if you like. It's a roadmap. So step one, we say go out and find 3 people who become members purchasing 100 points like you do. And then you'll earn an extra $50 on top of everything else we're paying you. And that structure is to say, we don't need you to introduce 1,000 people, but if you find 3, help them find 3 basics. When you've helped them to do that and they earn their $50 bonuses and you become a senior member, which is a rank, you'll earn $250 on top of all your bonuses, like a cherry on the top as well. Then if you teach the very, very basic step of the baby steps of 3 by 3, we'll pay you $1,500 when you're a 2-star as well. So this is a cherry on the top. The core commissions come from some other things, which I'll talk about. This one's a profit sharing pool worldwide. Let's say you're in Australia and you're building the business, but the business goes berserk in Indonesia, right? You are profit sharing on that, whether you have a business there or not, because it's a global bonus. So when you hit 2-star, you'll get a share of the pool. 1% of global sales shared with all the 2-stars. When you reach 3-star, you can get a share of that pool all the way through to the top round of Crown. So now let's get into the monthly commissions with our uni level. Okay, so it says on the left-hand side, Neumi members, new members earn 7% 3 levels down immediately, right? So effectively, that's how that works. Then as you grow your business and it gets to a total turnover in the team of 1,500, you become a senior member. That's when we unlock level 4. Eventually, you grow to 5,000 team turnover. That's how we unlock level 5. Then 6. And then they're the basic ranks to get started. Then once you've gone past 2-star, you are a real leader because you've proven you can duplicate 1-stars, and you can see the structure up the top here. Then we'll unlock level 7. And you can see the structure shown across here of how that works, just helping create 6 different legs eventually of 1-stars. What's the relevance of that? Well, because beyond that, once you get to diamond, what's your incentive? Well, we will then unlock an infinity bonus from level 8 to infinity with a maximum payout of $2,500 as a diamond. Keep building. We'll get you a $5,000 cap at double diamond, then $10,000 at triple diamond, and $15,000 at crown. I'll put you on notice right now. The compensation plan finishes there at the moment, but in January, we're launching double crown, triple crown, and president, which will be even higher income potential coming in January. So let's talk about support and next steps. So to support you in your business, we have 3 things: resources, technology, and weekly events. So firstly, there are training videos. We have a thing called the Neumi 1-2-3 process and the 130-10 structure. We train you on that. That is a core of how to build this business for the most profit. And of course, there are business planning tools, a 90-day guide, access to marketing assets all the time. Then we have a free app which you can send videos to people that'll tell you when they've opened it, when they've watched it. It just runs your business in the palm of your hands. And we have the company Facebook groups that we've got as well. So you don't even need to create your own. And finally, every week, 3 times a week, there are 3 different types of events happening on Neumi TV, in addition to any that your team might be running for you as well. So as we wrap up, right on what I see, 25 minutes, are you ready to get started? 1, or are you want to trying the products, reach out to the person who invited you, or 3, you want more information, and whatever answer to that question is totally fine with us. We thank you for taking time to view the presentation today and look forward to seeing everybody on the next live event. And by the way, this presentation will be in your apps